Alright, so I kind of want to make a video here, kind of want to maybe make it quick, about, because I notice when I make long political videos, they don't necessarily get a ton of views, so I kind of want to keep it kind of quick, maybe it'll attract more attention and views. So I mean, there's been a lot of racial divide, tensions, not just racially, but I mean just in society in general over the past months, and ever since really Ferguson. And again, I heard Alex Jones talking like, yeah, it's going to be a civil war, and yeah, I don't agree with everything he says. I don't agree with everything that the people on Infowars say. I think maybe they fearmonger a little too much, but I think mostly I'm a fan of him and I like what he says. But anyway, he's like, yeah, they're gonna do a civil war, and they're gonna blame Tea Partiers, and I'm like, well, a civil war, really? No, it's not gonna be any civil war. Are you kidding me? I mean, that was fucking 150 years ago. There's not gonna be another. You gotta be kidding. You're pretty crazy on that one, aren't you, Alex? But then flash forward, there's one. Not a physical one, but I mean, it's kind of a Cold War-esque war, I guess, if you want to call it that. I mean, you got blacks and whites really tense right now. And it doesn't matter who's right. I mean, it kind of does, but the point is, there's a big just divide between blacks and whites now. The blacks are upset at whites, probably unjustly, and whites are upset at blacks, probably mostly justly. Then you got the cops and the people. They're mostly the blacks, kind of. The blacks mad at the cops, and then you got the cops mad at the people. I mean, it's just a lot of people mad at a lot of people, a lot of certain groups mad at a lot of certain groups, and they're really dividing us. They're really dividing us. And it's easier to conquer, it's easier to take over, it's easier to impose a tyranny on a divided group than it is to impose a tyranny on a group that is united. So I think there definitely is a move by the government to get us fighting within each other, so that we're paying attention to other citizens as opposed to the tyrannies of our own government. So that's really where we gotta just say, you know what, we may disagree on some things. We may disagree on whether government should provide health care or whether it should provide welfare. We may disagree on GMO labeling. We may disagree on police militarization. But let's realize one thing. We all agree that people should have freedom to say what they want, to do what they want without the government getting involved. And I think that's most people's viewpoint. We all agree that politicians should be honest. I mean, again, that's probably most people's viewpoints. So let's just work off of that. Let's work off of that. I just want people to realize, just unite. Come on, unite under those two issues. We want people to be honest, and we want freedom. All right, and let's go from there. It doesn't matter if we agree on some issues. We would be more strong, and we would get more freedom, and we would have more prosperity if we just united together as one, instead of fighting these little petty issues like these blacks that are just going and fucking, you're just targeting random people. I mean, come on, that's not how you get change. You get change by uniting with those people and protesting your government, using your First Amendment, and protesting and getting change. All right. So if we all united as one, if we all united to promote change, that's how you get true change in this country. You know, I think you obviously got the government trying to stir things up, trying to stir up uh, tensions. I need some water. Fuck, my throat's getting kind of dry here. Been doing a lot of videos today, but kind of got the government trying to stir shit up. I think trying to promote this racial divide, because you also got two sides of the media, CNN, MSNBC, kind of versus Fox. And I don't really agree with MSNBC, the CNN side, and I don't agree with the Fox side. I think there's definitely a middle ground there. They're trying to set it up where you either agree with every police shooting and you think it's right, or you disagree with every police shooting and you think it's wrong to kill, people like that. So I mean, it's fucking just, we're not in a good situation right now. we really gotta wake up to the tyranny of our government and the mainstream media and quit, fighting amongst each other. Really unite, because they want us to fight amongst each other. Because then it's easier to conquer us. It's easier to take away our rights if we're not paying attention to the government. So there you go, people. There's my video on second Civil War in America.